word, cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes. Joke, don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the ones, Chris Webber calling time out. Around and find out. Find out. Around and find out. Find out. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. Peep style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one, and I thank God he's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and I thank God he's so good. Handsome Lagosian, name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On two, ready? Here we go. Stop!
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Side. Right 80.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust.
Andre Yoshibas, 64 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Boye Mafe. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The 12-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. First carry here for Kenneth Walker to third. Running free at the 45. Inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ken Walker, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. This one complete to Yoshibas. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
Here we go.
at the Chiefs 40.
Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
First and 10 at
Here we
the
go.
20-yard line.
Stop.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6. At the Chiefs'
Gun.
16-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19 yards. That's good.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
First down. First and 10.
Back to Walker on first down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and 3.
Yellow.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On play action, it's Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Right 80.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 52 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8. The Bengals 25-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He completes this to Walker. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Yellow.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Chiefs 14.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Big 13.
Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll try and do this himself. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect them to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Can. 11. 12.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
11
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
His kick is
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
14.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead, Walker. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ken Walker as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Escapes the defender. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here we go.
Brings up
Pull,
2nd and 4.
Stop. 180. Nice hot. 11, Thomas. 11, MT, Tate. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshivans. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. McPherson's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept away and boom, over the crossbar.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Xavier Worthy on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 67 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to a field goal. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. They juked him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Burrow will throw. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 12.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So he stopped for no gain. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
Let's get set. Stop. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Mahomes now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker.
He stiff-arms him. And shutting him off, now open field. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 48 yards. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Bengals 38, Chiefs 35.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. But able to get it up past the 45. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Right 80. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Right 80.
He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Right 80.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Gun. Cut.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 76 yards. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a short one to Gesicki. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
An inside give, Brown. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 180, hot.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go. 180.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
180. 11.
Back to throw here. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Into space at the 45. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
A gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Hey, 43.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Again, it's Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard
To throw, it's Mahomes. He completes this to Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators. In the red zone, tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Walker.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
3rd and 5.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
They'll give it up to the big man, Walker. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run. And, boy, they were successful.
Here's 1st and goal.
Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Let's go on, 80.
Walker with another carry. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd down and goal coming up here.
Yellow. Hey, yellow. I go blue. Easy.
Mahomes.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Bengals 45.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop. Right, 80. Right, stop. Stop.
Throwing, Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
To throw, Burrow. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he is out of bounds with the first down. And 13 seconds left to go.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Bengals first down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Gun. Cut. Right in. 11. Cut.
Burrow.
This for all the marbles. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
A final shot now for Burrow. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I'd probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, this rap pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been stocked up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chicks. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little. What's your run up cash, double back, baby show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like keys in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then